Hey, it's Carly Burr. Welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about making friends offline. On my channel, I talk a lot about living life offline, spending less time on social media, etc., etc. So if this is something that you are actively trying to do or that you are interested in jumping into, then you should join my letter called the Offline Diaries. I'll leave a link in the description below and I pop into your inbox maybe a few times a month to motivate you to keep your booty offline or to start considering maybe spending less time online. There's a little link for that in the description below. I have gotten asked a number of times how to make friends offline. How in the world do you make friends if you don't have social media? So as we talk about that in this video, leave a comment letting me know how you met your best friend or one of your really close friends or your favorite friends today. How did you meet that person? Leave that story in the comments below. Now for the details about making friends offline. Speak up. Open this beautiful mouth of yours that is there for a reason. Open that up and talk to the people around you when you are out and about. An easy way to break the ice and talk to a random person that you don't know is by paying a genuine compliment, of course, to them, make sure it's genuine, or just talking about something that both of you are around. It's a lot easier once you do it more frequently. It doesn't feel so awkward and icky if that's how you feel about it. And actually one of my very good friends to this day, we are good friends because she just talked to me. I was working at the time and she had just moved here from California. After we'd been talking for a few days, she's like, I know this is so weird, but can I get your phone number? She's like, I feel like you're normal and I just moved here from California, so we're trying to make friends. And I'm like, of course. She hadn't have spoken up or she was like, I don't want to be a weirdo and ask for her phone number. It's not weird in the right situation, and if you're not being creepy about it, then it's not weird. And you can kind of read, the chemistry between you and another person. If you feel like maybe you might be friends, then there's no harm in asking for someone's phone number. Be sure to speak up. And after you speak up, this leads into the next one. Make sure you actually follow up with that person. Don't fall into these excuses that you might tell yourself that maybe they don't want to talk to me, maybe this, maybe that. These are all just excuses holding you back from reaching out to that person who you just had a good conversation with. So make sure to follow up after you get that number or after whatever the situation was. Reach out and don't be afraid to reach out. Sometimes I think we get afraid of being the first one to reach out. In all honesty, someone's got to do it. There's got to be the first person to reach out. And then after you just break the ice the first time, then it becomes a little bit easier and a little bit easier as you keep on reaching out and reaching out. And then even as you're in that process, I'm sure they'll be reaching out to you if it is a good relationship that is forming. So be brave and reach out / follow up with those people that you're trying to build a friendship with. Because sorry, but nothing will happen if you don't take action and actually put forth some effort. Next thing to do in order to make friends offline is to actually go places. Get off your couch, get off your phone, get out there into the world. There's so many interesting people to meet out there if you put yourself in the right situation. So whether you get on Meetup and you look up some interesting events going on in your area that you're interested in, that's a great place to go and meet people that are like-minded who you might click with, or just going, like I said, simple places that you daily go to, having a different mindset. So the mindset of, I'm looking to make friends. When you leave the house, then you'll start to see things differently. So what's on your mind often becomes what you see. So if you're looking for friends, when you're at the grocery store, when you're at the places that you frequent, you might start to see opportunities that you didn't see before. Next, make yourself approachable. If you are out and you are looking down at your phone, making your friends online, however you do that, then you're not really approachable. But if you're not looking down and you're looking around, being aware of what's around you, you're a lot more approachable than the person who is down like this, or to the person whose body language is saying, don't talk to me, don't come close to me, don't even look at me. So your body language and making yourself approachable is also very important when making friends offline. The signals that you're giving off and the vibe that you're giving off says a lot to if someone's feels comfortable coming up and actually talking to you, or vice versa. This one applies to those of you who have children out there. Go to the park, go to the children's museum, go for a walk outside, go wherever the children want to play. And your kid ends up being next to someone else's kid and they're standing right next to you, and you guys can either stand there and pretend like you don't see each other, even though your kids are in front of you playing with each other or next to each other, or you can turn to them, and it's the easiest thing to just say, how old's your kid? Or like, that's just the easiest icebreaker. How old is your kid? That's the just like rule book, probably the first 101 of how to talk to moms or other parents while you're out and about, is just ask how old the kid is, and that starts the conversation. That doesn't mean that every time you talk to someone or meet someone, you guys are going to become friends and exchange numbers and become besties, but who knows who's going to be that person. So you have to reach out, and eventually the right person will be there at the right time in the right place, and it'll fall into place if it is meant to be. Little side note here, you need to be willing to put yourself out there, and I know it might feel super scary or super uncomfortable if you're not used to doing it, but the more that you do it consistently, the easier that it becomes, such as most things in life. So being willing to put yourself out there, and odds are these people that you're talking to might be looking for a friend too. I mean, who doesn't want to make another friend? So odds are probably in your favor when you're out there trying to make friends, because most people wouldn't be closed off to the idea of making a new friend. And hey, maybe you try over and over again and it doesn't work out, and it keeps failing, and you keep not meeting the right people, or the connection is just never there, but at least you tried. So keep trying, and eventually something good is bound to come from it. Keep in mind when making friends not to age discriminate, because if the area that you live isn't full of people who are your age, that's okay. You can be friends with people who are older than you. I know it is important to have friends that are kind of in the same phase of life as you, but I also think that it's very valuable to have friends who are not in the same phase of life as you, because you get different points of view, and it's fun to just broaden your circle to include people of different generations. One of my very good friends, who I consider to be a great friend, is my next door neighbor, and she happens to be probably 30 plus years older than me, and I don't care. We've become pretty good friends. She's so sweet with my kids, and it's so convenient that we live next door to each other, and we see each other outside when the weather isn't 2 degrees, or we go over to each other's homes, and we become pretty great friends, even though we are nowhere close to being the same age. So don't age discriminate. You never know who could be a good friend to you regardless of how old they are. All right, one of the last things I wanted to say around making friends offline, I guess, has 2 parts to it. First, don't overcomplicate it. It really doesn't have to be that hard. And 2, if you're really struggling, there's no harm in praying for help to make friends. Pray to be in the right place at the right time. Pray to be open-minded to see opportunities that you wouldn't regularly see in order to make those friends. Relying on a higher power or relying on God could be really beneficial for you and help you if you're really struggling to make friends. Don't hesitate to reach out. There's nothing too small, nothing too insignificant to pray or take to the Lord for help. So, to you absolutely capable human being out there who is watching this video, who might be terrified of making friends offline or not even know where to start off of social media, I hope this video has been helpful for you, and I want to let you know that you absolutely can make friends offline, and they can be great friendships and great relationships that you have to nourish, because that's what we have to do. We have to actually nourish our friendships offline. If you have made friends online, or you think that you're great friends with these people that you follow, really be honest with yourself and ask if you really are friends with these people that you're following, or if you just feel like you might be a part of their life because you're seeing so much of what they're doing through what they post. So be honest with yourself and recognize the truth that you are perfectly capable of making friends offline. You just have to be willing to put yourself out there, and maybe in some uncomfortable situations to start out if it's something new for you, but you're absolutely capable, and I 100% believe in you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful for you and it gets you excited and amped up to go and make some friends offline. And if you haven't already, make sure to leave a comment about how you met your very best friend or one of your favorite friends today, so that we can see and prove to other people in the comments that you don't always have to make friends online, unless all the comments end up being of people making friends on social media. That would really that's just like shooting myself in the foot. But I doubt that's going to be the case. I guess we'll just have to find out. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you next time.